So today we're going to take a look at a few different positions and a few different exercises to start building some strength and stability in some of the muscles of our neck. When we think about strengthening, we often don't think about the neck, as it's just not a lot of traditional exercises that involve it directly. But for people with chronic pain or postural pain or any type of issue where we're getting some dysfunction in our neck, it can be an awesome way to start improving the health and quality of the tissues that make up that area. So the first position that we're going to do is we're actually going to be laying down on our stomachs. In this position, we want to try to think about relaxing everything from our upper mid-back kind of down. From here, I'm going to think about lifting my head away from the floor and reaching the crown of my head to the opposite wall that my feet are facing. If this feels like a challenging position for you, holding this for 15-20 seconds can be an awesome way to start working some of those muscles on the back of your neck. If that feels fairly easy, you're not feeling much strain there, I want you to try to pull that chin a little bit further backwards and maybe start to raise those arms off the floor a little bit. From this position, you should start to feel your upper back as well as some of those muscles in your neck squeezing quite tightly. And same thing, we want to hold that contraction for about 15-20 seconds. If you want a really tough challenge, if you start to reach your arms forward, you should start to feel that mid-back neck working even harder. That's harder than I want to work today, so I'm going to bring my arms back towards the floor. And same thing, about 15-20 seconds should be quite a lot in that position for you. If that feels good, you can do a few reps of that. If one feels like lots, that's a fine little movement snack throughout the day too. Another position, very similar. This time we're going to be facing up towards the ceiling. From here, I'm going to lift my head slightly away from the floor, still reaching the crown of my head away from the wall that my feet are facing. I'm going to start to tuck my chin just gently and try to relax the rest of my body kind of mid-back down. From here, you should feel some of those muscles on the front of your neck working quite hard. The tendency is going to be to start to kind of poke that chin forward, but we want to keep that chin flexed down towards the neck. And same thing here, about 15-20 seconds. If that feels pretty easy, similar to before, you can make that a little bit more challenging by increasing your arms kind of coming up and overhead. That's going to increase the challenge on the front of your neck a little bit. You can do one arm at a time. Or if you really want to try, you can do both arms at the same time. That becomes very hard to hold for any length of time. So work yourself up to those. The last position that we're going to take a look at is going to start to work some of the muscles more directly on the side of the neck. So a side plank is a great position to kind of start from. From here, you can kind of line your knees, hips, and shoulders all up so that they're all facing one nice line or making one nice line. Same thing for here. We want to try to keep that nice straight line all the way from the top of your head down to your pelvis. I'll reach the crown of my head away from the wall that my toes are pointing towards. And over time, you'll start to feel the muscles on the side of your neck just fatiguing and squeezing a little bit. Same thing, you can play around with the position of that top arm, making it a little bit more challenging for yourself if you're reaching away, or making it a little bit easier, just putting it on that side hip. We do 15-20 seconds in this position, and then you can flip yourself around and make sure that you're matching the same on the other side. So these neck strengthening exercises can be an awesome thing to throw in as a warm-up or a cool-down to some of the movements you might be doing at the gym already, or they can be awesome standalone exercises to be doing at home or part of your day as well.